Hey y'all, Bobby Hughes here with Point Firearms.
And Stevie.
And I'm here with my wife, and we're back to bring you another food prep video. In this video, we're going to be making homemade applesauce. And it's a cool little recipe for homemade applesauce. We don't really eat much applesauce, but we're going to be using this applesauce to make fruit leather in another video.
Fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, so I figured I would show you guys how to make some homemade applesauce. So Stevie's going to grab the camera. Don't laugh at my apron. And then we will get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is just the, for your recipe or the, whatever your ratio. It takes about a cup of water for every cup of chopped apples. So since I don't know how many apples I'm going to have chopped yet, I'm going to go ahead and start with 2 cups of water. Actually, I'll probably go ahead and do 3 cups of water. And I'm going to put it on in the stove, or on the stove in a pot, and let it go ahead and start heating up on about medium heat. So I'm going to get 3 cups of water here. And I usually always start with hot water because it makes it heat up faster. So go ahead and pour that in my pot here. And I'm going to turn it to about medium heat, so we'll start there. Alright, now I'm using, in this this recipe, in this, you can use pretty much whatever apples you want. I like really sweet apples, and since McIntosh apples are naturally really soft, McIntosh apples make really good applesauce. And so I'm going to go ahead and peel them. I have my apple peeler, core, slicer. With the McIntosh apples, they're so soft that it's hard to get a good peel on them. So I just use a paring knife and peel them like a potato. What you're going to want to look for while you're peeling too is brown spots, bruises, or anything like that. And you want to go ahead and cut any of that out of there. And it just keeps it from being having mushy spots in it. So I'm going to go ahead and peel these up. I've got about 3 of them already peeled and sliced. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these up here. I'm going to peel them, and then I'm going to put them on my core slicer and go ahead and core them and slice them up. And we're going to dice them into little slivers, kind of like chopping up potatoes to make mashed potatoes. And then put them in our pot, and I'll be back with you guys then. Alright y'all, so I ended up with, I think I did 10 McIntosh apples, which are pretty small anyway. Ended up with almost a full 2-quart pot of apples. So now what we're going to do is put them in this measuring cup and see how many cups of apples, of diced apples, we have here. There's about 4 cups. So right at about 8 cups of apples. Alright, so now what I need to do, move this out of the way, is get some more water to put in our apples. So what did I put in there before? 3 cups?
Yep.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 more cups in there, so that'll be 7 cups of water. And I think we're going to go with that for now. So 7 cups of water. And what I will do is let these cook down probably about 10 or 15 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and check them and give them a good stir, and then let them cook down for a few minutes longer. So I'll be back with you as soon as they're cooked down, and I'll let you know how long I let them cook. So it's been cooking down now for about 45 minutes. I told you wrong on the water. It's a half a cup for every cup of diced apples. So I ended up having to dump off about half of the water. It was too much. So if you want to come up here, I'll give you a close-up of what it looks like here. It's going to look, it's going to be mushy, but not so mushy that it's syrup. Alright, because if you continue to cook them down, it'll turn into syrup. But it smells awesome. I wish I had smell-o-vision so you guys could smell how awesome this smells right now. But anyway, so you're just going to cook it down. You'll notice that there is a little bit of water left in the bottom here. But that's okay. That you want a little bit, because when you put it in the fridge and you start mixing the sugar and stuff in with it, it's going to actually thicken up a lot. So you want a little bit of moisture left in it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off of it. And now we're going to look right over here. We've got our blender set up, okay? Now I have a glass blender. So if you're using glass, be sure and heat the glass up first before you pour this hot stuff in there. I've already ran this one under hot water for a while to let it get warm. You just don't want it to be cold, or I would even say room temperature may be a little bit too cold. So heat it up a little bit, and then that way when you pour the hot inside of it, you won't end up with a cracked blender. So first thing I want to do is go ahead and pour my apples into my blender here. I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of sugar in there. Just regular granulated sugar. You can use brown sugar too if you want. That works pretty good. Brown sugar, it just gives it a different kind of flavor. So I'm using half tablespoon. I need 6 of these. We're going to do 3, what did I say? We're going to do 3 tablespoons of sugar. See how that works out. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want. You can use other stuff too. I'm not a fan of Splenda or artificial flavorings just because it's fake, and I like to keep it real. And then not a whole lot, but I like to add a little bit of ground cinnamon in there too. So we're actually going to use this for something else, so you don't have to actually flavor it too much. You go ahead and put your cap on here. And we're going to go ahead and puree it. There is your applesauce. So now what we're going to do is, because I'm going to be putting this in the fridge to let it cool and let it chill and set up, we'll go ahead and pour it in this bowl here. It's just a plastic Rubbermaid bowl. And let me get a spoon. I'm going to try to get as much. I already put that in the sink, I did, didn't I? Try to get as much of it out of here as I can. And that is how we make homemade, fresh, real applesauce. So once again, just so you can see here, looks just like the stuff you buy at the store, and I guarantee it tastes a lot better. And You don't have to worry about any of the artificial flavorings or any of the added extras or anything. Like I said, I used that was a whole bag of Macintosh apples. I think it was 10 apples, but you all saw the apples. They're pretty small. So I think you get a pretty good return on it. The bag of apples, the bag of Macintosh apples, I think we paid $3 for them. And that's on the high side. You can catch them on sale. You can use other apples. You can use Gala apples. You can use Fuji apples. You know, whatever you want. Like I said, I use the Macintosh because I like sweet apples, and they're pretty sweet and they're soft already. So anyway, yeah, that's how you make applesauce. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the fridge, let it sit up, and tomorrow we will get some strawberries and make some fruit leather. So anyway, till next time, guys, get out there, shoot some guns, be safe, and most importantly, have fun. See you guys later.